three-phase power measurement. Our aim is to measure the power in a three-phase circuit under balanced resistive load condition and unbalanced resistive load condition. We are going to measure the three-phase power using 2 wattmeters here. This also can be named as 2 wattmeter method of measuring the three-phase power. Let us see the operators required for our operation. We need to have 3 voltmeters of 150 volts range, 3 ammeters of 5 amps range. Voltmeter is to measure the voltage, ammeter is to measure the currents. We are having 3 phases, so we are going to use 3 wattmeters to measure the line currents of each and every phase. Okay. We are going to need 2 wattmeters which are 5 amps and 150 volts range, and a TPST switch which is used as a on switch or off switch to the entire circuit. Triple pole single throw switch, that is TPST. We are going to use fuses for each and every phases to protect the circuit from high currents, and we need to have 2 types of rheostats here. One is variable rheostat set of 3 and one is a gang rheostat set. Our gang rheostat will create a balanced load on the 3-phase circuit, and our variable rheostat can be adjusted to create unbalanced load condition. Okay. And we are going to need a 3-phase variac to apply the voltage into the circuit. Let us see the balanced resistive load condition, and this is a circuit diagram for balanced resistive load condition. We are going to connect 3-phase supply to a 3-phase auto transformer, and the output terminals of 3-phase auto transformers are connected to a voltmeter here. We are going to measure the line voltage across 2 phases, that is R and Y, and we have to connect the ammeters in series with each and every phase to measure the line current. The R phase current is I1, Y phase current is I2, B phase current is I3. And the wattmeter connection is such a way that the current coils of both the voltmeters are connected in series with R phase and B phase. That is, wattmeter 1 is connected in series with the R phase and wattmeter 2 is connected in series with the B phase. And the voltage coils of both the wattmeters are connected to the Y phase here. This is the connection to be made for 2 wattmeter method of power measurement. And you can see the 2 set of rheostats here. One is variable rheostat set. These first three rheostats can be varied to create unbalanced load condition. You can see the next rheostat set is a gang rheostat set, which creates a balanced load condition on the 3-phase supply. Okay. So let us see how to perform the experiment for balanced resistive load condition. First of all, the positions of both the rheostat sets should be at maximum position, and we are going to apply a 120 volts of AC supply, 3-phase supply using our 3-phase auto transformer, and we are going to increase the knob of 3-phase auto transformer till 120 volts is displayed in the voltmeter. After that, I am going to vary the gang rheostat to a different position, and I am going to observe the readings of voltmeter, 3 ammeters, 2 wattmeters. So I am going to take down the readings of voltmeter, that is line voltage, and 3 ammeters I1, I2, I3, and wattmeter readings W1 and W2. And I am going to further decrease the gang rheostat resistance, and I am going to observe the readings again. So I am going to repeat these steps for 5 times, and I am going to note down the values of all the meters. So I should not decrease the resistance of gang rheostat such that the current through each ammeter should not exceed 4.1 amp. That is a rated current. Okay, you should not decrease the gang rheostat resistance below which rated current will flow through the circuit. So I am going to take down the readings of 5 steps. So this is how we are going to perform balanced resistive load condition. We can calculate the theoretical wattmeter readings and practical wattmeter readings. We can find out the percentage error. Okay, you can see the observation table here. Here we are measuring line voltage, that is VL, which is constant 120 volts, and I1, I2, I3 are 3 phase currents. W1, W2 are wattmeter readings. WC is the power, that is root 3 into VL IL cos phi. Cos phi is 1 here because we are using resistive load, and Wm is the measured wattmeter reading, that is sum of both the wattmeters W1 plus W2. And I am going to find out the error between WC and Wm. This is called percentage error of our wattmeter. Okay, this is balanced load condition. Let us see the unbalanced resistive load condition. The circuit diagram is almost similar for balanced and unbalanced load condition, but we are adding 3 voltmeters here across each and every rheostat. We are adding a voltmeter to measure the load voltage. The unbalanced resistive load means we are going to have 3 different types of loads here for each and every phase. That means the voltage should not be equal for each and every phase. That is unbalanced load condition. In balanced load condition, the voltage of each and every rheostat should be equal. That means the voltage across each and every rheostat is equal. That is why we may not use a voltmeter to measure the voltage, because it is constant. For unbalanced load condition, the voltage is different for each and every phase. So we are going to measure the voltage across each phase using the voltmeter. That is V1, V2, V3. Okay, the rest of the circuit is similar to the balanced load condition type. So here we are initially keeping all the rheostats to maximum value, and we are not adjusting the gang rheostat here. The gang rheostat is fixed at the maximum position. We are varying the variable rheostat here and creating unbalanced load condition. That means we are adjusting the 3 rheostats such that 3 of the values should not be equal. The 3 values should not be equal. They should be different values. So for each and every different values of rheostats, I am going to note down the readings of our line voltage and I1, I2, I3, W1, W2, V1, V2, V3. So for each and every unequal values of rheostats, I am going to note down the readings of all the meters. So I am going to repeat this for 5 times. Then I am going to note down the readings in the tabular form. You can see the tabular form here, observation table, 3-phase power in unbalanced load condition. And I am measuring W1, V1, V2, V3, I1, I2, I3, W1, W2, and WC. I am going to find out the percentage error between WC and WM using WM minus WC by WC into 100. This is percentage error equation. So this is how we are going to perform the 3-phase power measurement for unbalanced and balanced load conditions. The result is the 3-phase error is measured by 2 wattmeter method is studied and error had been calculated. Okay, let us do the experiment. Perform measurement of 3-phase power using 2 wattmeter method. Okay, for that we need a 3-phase supply. You can see here this is RYB. Okay, you can see the indicators red, yellow and blue. RYB, that is 3-phase supply, and if I turn on that MCB, I will get 3-phase supply to this switch, and I have connected 3 wires to RYB, and those 3 wires are connected to a 3-phase variac which is down here. This is a 3-phase variac. Okay, this is the input terminals and this is the output terminals. Okay, these output terminals are connected to our meters here. Here I am going to connect ammeters to each and every phase to calculate the current, and I am going to connect 2 wattmeters such a way that I am going to connect 1 wattmeter in R phase and another wattmeter in Y phase, sorry B phase, and I am going to connect voltage coils of both wattmeters in to the Y phase. Okay, that means I am connecting 2 wattmeters in R and B phases, and I am connecting the voltage coils of both the wattmeters to Y phase. Okay, then I am going to add a balanced load here. You can see these are variable resistors, rheostats, and this is a combination of gang rheostat. That means this is a balanced load. I can say this is a balanced resistive load for 3-phase supply. Okay, this is a balanced resistive load, and these are variable rheostats here. Okay, we are going to perform 2 loads here. One is balanced load, another is unbalanced load. First, let us perform balanced load. So, I am going to apply balanced load on our 3-phase supply, and I am going to measure the power of that 3-phase supply. So, I am going to turn on the supply. So, for that I am going to put this switch to this on position. Now, I got supply to the 3-phase auto transformer. Initially it is at minimum position. I am going to increase the 3-phase variac knob to get 120 volts in the voltmeter. I have connected a voltmeter to measure the voltage. You can see the voltage. I am going to increase it to 120. Okay, I have applied 120 volts to our 3-phase. Now, initially the currents in each and every ammeter is indicating as 2 amps nearly. Here I have connected the phase terminal to 5 amps reading. So, I have to multiply each and every reading with 1 by 2. So, for 2 amps the actual value will be 1 amp. 2 into 1 by 2, that is 1 amp. Okay. So, initially these gang rheostats are at maximum position. So, I am going to vary this gang rheostat, and I am going to take down the readings of supply voltage and currents of each phases and wattmeter readings, that is VL, I1, I2, I3 and W1 and W2. Okay. Now, I am going to reduce the rheostat value by turning this knob. You can see I am reducing the resistance values. You can see the deflection in the corresponding ammeters and wattmeters. Okay, initially now I have reduced the rheostat values. You can see the readings in the meters. Initially the current was 1 amp, now it is around 2.5, means it is around 1.25 amps, and the wattmeter readings are, it is around 160 watt. W1 is around 160 watt, W2 is around 130 watts, sorry 140 watts. So, I am going to reduce the rheostats further. You can see increase in current values and increase in power values. Okay, now I have further reduced the rheostat values. Now, you can see the readings, the current readings I1 is indicating as 3 amps, that is 1.5 amps, and I2 is also nearly 3 amps, and I3 is more than 3 amps. So, we have to multiply each ammeter reading with 1 by 2, and the W1 reads nearly 180 watts and W2 reads nearly 160 watts. So, I am going to give you the multiplication factor for each and every wattmeter after the experiment. So, this is how we are going to perform the power measurement of 3-phase power using 2 wattmeter methods. Okay. So, as we are done with the balanced load, now I am going to make the load as unbalanced. For that,
I have changed the values of our variable rheostats to different positions. You can see this is first rheostat, this is the second one and third one. You can see the positions of each and every rheostat which are not in the same position. That means this load is unbalanced. Okay, that means the phase voltage and currents are different for this load. Okay, let us perform the power measurement of 3-phase by using 2 wattmeter method for unbalanced loads. So similarly, I have turned on the supply, which is a 3-phase supply, and I am going to vary the 3-phase variac till I get 120 volts in the voltmeter. Okay, now I have applied the 120 volts to the voltmeter. Now you can see the readings of our each ammeter which are connected for each and every phases. This is I1, which is nearly 2.5 amps, and this is I2, which is nearly 3 amps. Okay, and I4 is nearly 4 amps. It is 4 amps. Okay, and the wattmeter readings are 150 watts. W1 is reading 150 watts, and W2 is reading 225 watts. W2 is reading 225 watts. So now I am going to change the rheostat values for another position. Okay, now I have changed the position of first rheostat to middle and the second rheostat to the maximum value. Okay, now you can take down the readings of I1, I2, I3, source voltage, W1 and W2. This is I1, which is reading nearly 3.5 amps, and I2 is reading nearly 3 amps. I2 is reading nearly 3 amps, and I2 is reading 3 amps, and I3 is reading nearly 4 amps. Okay, because we didn't change the position of our third rheostat, the I3 reading is constant, and the wattmeter readings are, one is reading nearly 180 watts, W1 is reading 180 watts, and W2 is reading nearly 210 watts. Okay, this is 210 watts. Okay, 210 watts. So we have to note down the readings for each and every unbalanced load, and we have to note down the values of I1, I2, I3, W1 and W2, and the voltage, that is 120 volts. So by using these, we can calculate the theoretical value, that is the sum of two wattmeter readings W1 and W2, and we can get the practical value by applying the formula, which is P equal to √3 into V phase into I phase and into power factor. Here we are using the rheostat, that is resistive load, so the power factor will be 1. So you can calculate the theoretical value of power and the practical value. You can find out the error in theoretical value and practical value. Okay, by using this procedure, we can calculate the 3-phase power using 2 wattmeter methods. So as we are done with the experiment, I am going to reduce the variac to minimum position. You can see 0 in the voltmeter reading. Then I am going to turn off the 3-phase supply. Okay.